When we recorded a video about our thoughts about Emilia Perez, we really held back.
We were generous. It's a bad movie.
It is terrible.
Don't watch it. I'll just tell you what happens. It starts with Rita, Zoe Saldana, and she's a lawyer for the corrupt. So she's a lawyer, she's unhappy, sings this song.
Which
is generous. The songs are all half songs. They don't ever finish in song. Then meets this leader of a drug cartel, and then is like, she's like in a moving car.
Right.
No explanation. Right?
And like willingly goes to a place where they're just like a random stranger on the phone's like, meet me here if you want to make a lot of money. Like, I would think that a person with a legal degree would think like, twice, no?
I'd be like, yeah. Or simply even someone who, like, works with
just bad people. The average person would just be like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then goes, and then the drug cartel leader is like, I need your help transitioning.
The first question we asked ourselves is, why would you get a lawyer to help you with
that?
This
was
process?
So confusing. I was like, what you need is a doctor and like an assistant.
I think there's 8 other professions that would be ahead of
really,
the lawyer.
like, I would just call a doctor and be like, can you help me find the best doctor?
Right. In another country.
Because, like, the lawyer is like the third part of, like, hiding the finances. You would need an accountant. That's what you actually need. You need an accountant.
And a doctor and, like, a personal assistant.
You need an assistant.
Basically, none of this was clear from the get-go.
But then Zoe goes on an adventure to find out about this surgery, which is also cuckoo bananas and crazy, because it's as though, like, this surgery doesn't exist anywhere else. There's not, like, information about it.
The way that it's discussed in the movie, it sort of screams like nobody did any research.
No one did research. Then she goes to, is it South Korea?
I actually still don't know the country.
Is it Bangkok?
I really don't know.
It may have said it in a thing where they went, but you don't know because you're so distracted by this song that everyone knows, the I See song. But what's so wild is how reductive it is about gender reassignment surgery.
I think it is like a middle school child's understanding of it without any prior knowledge.
She's like, no. And I'm like, what? And then people are rolling by who've had gender affirming care done, and it's like as though it's like not a serious, like, important surgery. I don't understand.
I do want to say that I don't think there's a standard in any country where you could get that far in the process without actually showing up with the patient.
That's actually just like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then drug cartel person is mad and is like, don't use my credit card to travel first class. So then Rita, Zoe Saldana, ends up in Tel Aviv?
I don't know. The notion
that the
drug cartel has
a
unlimited credit card.
I mean, it's a business credit card. And I thought it was so weird that I was like, they're in Tel Aviv? I thought it was France because this man had a French accent. I swear to God.
I thought it was France, too.
I thought it was France. And then I was like, oh.
And it made sense, right? Because the movie's made by the French.
Right. And I was like, oh, they're going to France now. But apparently it's not France. I have no idea. But that's where you get the song that is apparently the emphasis of the movie, because he's like, lady, like, I can change the body. And that's being generous to him singing.
You
like,
are being
wolf
generous
bones,
right now.
Sometimes you become the wolf. And I'm like, what?
None of that made sense to me.
None of it. He's never performed the surgery, which is the most crazy thing.
At that point, would you not stand up and go, thank you for your time?
I would simply go, excuse me, you, 1, don't believe in the surgery. Like, you're clearly transphobic, and 2, you have never done it. If I walked into a cardiologist's office and they're like,
We've never seen the heart before.
I actually, like, I don't believe in putting stent grafts into your heart, and also, like, I don't believe in the heart as an organ. I don't know anything about it. I would simply go, why am I in this office?
Yeah. And instead the reaction here is more like, come on, work with me here.
The reaction is, doctor, I know you've done a lot of studies, but I have to disagree. Changing the body changes the soul. Changing the soul changes society. Changing society changes the body. Changes society changes it all. Something like that. Actually, they don't connect.
No.
And then she goes, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm like, you are in the doctor's office of this man, and I don't know where you are, and now you're talking to everyone. This is taking up too much time of this video, but this took up too much time on my mind. He's persuaded.
Yeah.
And then gets the doctor, and then they go to Mexico. Then we meet Selena Gomez, and then he meets with the drug cartel leader, and then he's like, I'll do the surgery. Then Selena Gomez's character goes with Zoe Saldana and is in Switzerland. And you don't see Switzerland. What you see is snow.
Yep.
Anyway, Zoe Saldana's in London now and is rich. And then Emilia Perez, who was previously the drug lord and is also Carla Sofia Gascon, shows up at dinner with Zoe Saldana and then is like, I want to see my kids. Then Zoe Saldana's like, I don't want to work for you anymore. And then why does that happen?
Oh, I blacked out for this part.
It doesn't matter. They go back to Mexico. And
yes,
Emilia Perez is the cousin who's in charge of the estate of the
That's the invented story for Selena Gomez's character.
And then I'm trying to get through this quickly. This can't be a 20-minute video. And then they get to, I'm going to edit this down too. And then they get to, they're just eating.
You're
they're just
10
eating.
minutes.
They're just eating. Okay, so they're eating, and then this woman comes around with a flyer and is like, I'm trying to find my son. And then Emilia Perez sees the flyer and then has a change of heart all of a sudden.
Like, feels bad all of a sudden.
Which is so reductive. Again, Zoe and Selena are doing the best they can. Selena's accent makes sense because she's Mexican-American. Actually, like, contextually in the movie,
yes,
that was the least of my concern. I know people were up in arms about it.
No,
it made sense to me. I was like, oh, okay, I understand this.
Here.
Emilia Perez looks at this picture and then is like, I can't. I have to start a NGO. She starts like a nonprofit. Then she just is like, I gotta be better. And then she's like, I'm gonna start this nonprofit to help find the bodies of these people. Because I think she knows that she killed them, is the thing. Also still has all these bodyguards, and I'm like, for where, how, where's the money? I don't know. And then starts this nonprofit, raises money from bad people, and Zoe Saldana's like, oh, I feel this is weird, and sings a song about it. Falls in love with a woman who's looking for a husband, but she's glad that her husband's dead. The way she searches, Emilia searches to see if the husband's alive. She goes, he's in a morgue. He's dead. And the woman's like, are you sure? And then she's like, yes. But then they fall in love. They sing some songs. I have to jump faster because, okay, Selena Gomez has been having an affair with Edgar Ramirez. And then it's only revealed when they're drinking wine one night and, like, getting drunk.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's with Edgar Ramirez. Cuckoo banana scenes. Selena Gomez is gonna go get married to Edgar Ramirez, and then Emilia Perez is like, no, you can't. They're my kids.
My kids.
Like, Selena Gomez is like, what? And then
there's a realization.
Then they kidnap Emilia Perez. I'm trying to speed through this. They kidnap Emilia Perez. Some digits of the hand are sent to Zoe Saldana's character, and she's like, what? Then she hires people to then go save Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez is kept captive by Edgar Ramirez and Selena Gomez. Then there's, like, a kerfuffle. Then Emilia Perez is like, it's me.
Or, like, there's a scene where Selena
she's like, Emilia Perez is like, on our wedding day, this something.
Oh, yes, and that's how she figures it
out. Amidst the shootout.
She's like,
and then she's yeah. And then they put her in a trunk. Then they're just, like, in a car chase, and it's so dumb because no one is chasing them.
It's a non-existent
car chase on a hill. And then Selena Gomez is like, oh my God, that's who I love. And then there's a struggle with her and Edgar. They drive off the cliff. The car tumble.
She's like, pull over.
In such a way, when you see this car tumble, you go, no one made it out of that. But the director was like, no.
No, make it clear.
They do a slow zoom in. Okay, like. And when it gets that close, the car explodes. Cut to Zoe Saldana's character on top of the hill looking at it on fire. Then, movie ends. Zoe Saldana is in charge of the kids. The lover sings a song.
Right.
And then you're like, that was the movie.